Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael. Yo, 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 what's good, folks at home? We are out here and we are live. Okay, as you can see, chat, it is time to get with the reality of the situation as the current gaming landscape is continuing to evolve in ways that we've never seen before, okay? The current gaming landscape is continuing to evolve in ways that we have never seen before, okay, folks at home? Evil West is coming soon. The reviews have dropped for Evil West, okay? And I'll tell you this right here and right now, if you are alive and awake and not buried 6 feet under in a graveyard, let me know if we should play Evil West tonight, okay? I think it looks like a snooze fest, so I'm not gonna sit out here and say we're gonna jump up and down for Evil West. But if you guys want world-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life to play Evil West, we can no doubt jump in for your entertainment, okay? So with that said, if you guys wanna see world-class play Evil West tonight, we can jump into Evil West, okay? It's a new game. We like covering topical things over here because, well, it's just a lot more fun, you know? A lot more engaging. As opposed to playing games that are 15 years old that no one literally cares about. So if you guys want me to play Evil West tonight, let me know right now in the chat if you want to see world class play Evil West, okay? Now again, I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to have fun with it. I'm not going to promise you that we're even going to play for that fucking long. Because if it's a snooze fest, I ain't sitting there through that shit. Unless you guys really want to see world class. Let's get it, Troy Sports coming through. That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, bro, appreciate that. Troy Sports coming through. We are out here live, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this Mountain Dew. Unreal. So if you guys want to see world-class play, why is it focused on that? If you guys want to see world-class play Evil West tonight, we can more than likely make that happen. Dethex33, hell yeah, bro, we appreciate that. You are the gifted member. That's what we're talking about. Thanks to Troy Sports and Gaming coming through, supporting the show. Gifting a membership right there to Dethex33. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that. So if you guys want to see Evil West coverage tonight, we can play Evil West. Last night we played Hitman, a little bit of Hitman, and we just fell asleep, okay? It was a total snooze, and we're just going to have to stop playing old games because, well, no one cares. It's a game that's came out many, many years ago, and there's just not much interest. And it's fun to cover old games, but it's just something that we can't really pull off in a way that makes sense. So with that said, we are sticking to what is coming out, and obviously Evil West is coming out tonight, tomorrow. The reviews have dropped for Evil West, okay, and I'm going to look at these reviews. I'm going to see what this has on Metacritic right here. Evil West Metacritic, okay. Hopefully the audio is good. It's windy out here, folks at home. We're back in the garden, and it has a 76 on Metacritic. That's actually higher than I expected. Evil West has a 76 on Metacritic, folks, on PS5 anyway. A 76 on Metacritic, okay? Now look, I saw Dreamcast Guy's video. Dreamcast Guy came out of the woodwork, and he said it's boring. It's a snooze fest. And usually Dreamcast Guy is kind of like a shill, you know? He shills everything that they send him. But with that said, it is interesting to me that he thinks it is boring. Because I think that is what I'm going to come away, if I do play Evil West tonight, I'm going to come away and probably say that it's a snooze fest. It's a shooting gallery game. It's got great style and presentation. And you're this vampire hunter in like 1884 or some fucking shit like that. So that looks interesting and cool in its own fucking thing. But with that said, it is just a shooting gallery game. Let's get it!
$5 through Super Chat. My entire life hinges upon you playing Evil West. So yes, please play it.
That's what we're talking about. All right, well listen, we'll do it. We'll do it. Lemon Lime Lukey coming through. That's what we're talking about. His entire life is dependent on world class. His entire life is dependent on world class playing Evil West. So we have to. Because we wish the best for Float Boy. He just came through, coming through really hard and really strong. So we will be playing Evil West tonight. And we hope that it is worthwhile It has a 76 on Metacritic. Okay, a 76 on Metacritic. And let me just show you this real quick here, if we can do this in a way that makes sense. A 76 on Metacritic here, and I'm going to pull this up for you guys. Evil West, a 76 on Metacritic here, and as you can see right there, 76 on Metacritic. So it actually scored higher than I anticipated. It actually scored higher than I anticipated. I think the motion blur looks cool. I think the blood effects look cool. I will probably skip every cutscene. Look, I don't need stories in my games, okay? Now, there's exceptions to that. There's exceptions to that. I don't need stories in my games, okay? But there are exceptions to that, okay? If you can tell a story in a way that makes sense and I care about, then I will watch it, okay? You know what I mean?
Beaver 1999 donated £1.79 through Super Chat. Finally some energy in the chat.
That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that. Beaver 1999 coming through. Well, it's a snooze fest. When you're locked in and you have to sit around and play these terrible games all the time, it's hard to have energy sitting around playing these terrible games all the time, you know what I mean? But luckily, the weather has cooperated out here for world-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. It's not snowing, and, you know, the temperatures are kind of rising, so that's actually a fantastic experience for us to come out here and do this show. Nonetheless, a 76 on Metacritic, Evil West. We will be playing this tonight, okay? So if you guys want to see world-class play this tonight, make sure to stay tuned.
Emily the Goof donated $5 through Super Chat. I'd buy tickets to watch World Class play Evil West.
Yeah, you know, line up outside of that theater. I actually called around a few theaters, and they said they'd love to have World Class. So we're going to take the show on the road, okay? We're going to be taking the show on the road very soon. I'm talking to a few promoters, and it's going to be fantastic. Emily the Goof coming through. That's what we're talking about. So make sure to get those tickets. I'll be sharing that link when they are available, okay? Of course, I'm kidding, but that would be fantastic. A lot of fun, believe me. Emily the Goof coming through. A 76 on Metacritic here, folks at home. The reviews just dropped. Dreamcast guy said it was a total snooze fest. Dreamcast guy said this was a total snooze fest. And that is interesting because usually Dreamcast guy is a shill. I actually, I requested a review code for this game. They have not yet got back to World Class. They probably won't. And so we're just going to have to buy the game, which is fine with me. You guys come through, support the show. We actually have to sit through these gameplay experiences that are usually terrible. Okay, they're usually terrible. God of War, look at that. We dropped God of War within like 4 days because it was a total snooze fest. You sit there and you do the same thing over and over and over again. You sit there in God of War and do the same thing over and over and over again. Nothing but puzzles, nothing but the same old rinse and repeat, and everyone's like 10 out of 10. That's fantastic. I'm glad people are having fun, and I'm glad that the industry can be that for them. You know what I mean? I'm glad the output, the current output is actually good.
Justice donated $2 through Super Chat.
Because it isn't for me.
Lowball gang is in the building.
That's what we're talking about. Lowball Lonnie coming through. That's what we're talking about. Justice coming through with the 2. That's what we're talking about. Lowball Lonnie coming through. You know, I love Lowball Lonnie. I'll tell you what. Lowball Lonnie's a fantastic creator. He goes to these garage sales, okay? And he sees, you know, something for sale for $5-10. He takes it up to the to the person who runs the garage sale and says, hey, can we get this for $2? And they're like, well, Lowball Lonnie asked, Lowball Lonnie gets. You know what I mean? So I actually think that's riveting content. Then he resells it on eBay for like $40. I mean, it's just unbelievable content. Just the best content I've ever seen in my entire life. Nonetheless, we do appreciate that. Again, 76 for Evil West out here. And that's based off of 10 critics. Now, obviously, this could fluctuate. This really could fluctuate. But we are going to jump in tonight. Evil West, and we'll see how this is. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to stay tuned. It'll be you know, later on tonight when a lot of people apparently are asleep or they got better things to do than watch World Class. But nonetheless, for those that can make it, we will be live with Evil West later tonight. And hopefully it's not a snooze fest. I'm tired of playing these games that just put me to sleep. You know what I mean? Literally the most fun I've had this entire year, and I know this is going to, you know, upset some people, but the most fun that I've had this entire year is from a free-to-play title, okay? From a free-to-play title, and that is Call of Duty Warzone. Literally, Warzone 2.0, the most fun I've had in gaming this year, period, end of story. I'm not even joking. The most fun that I've had this year in gaming is with Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. And I don't even know how to play that game. I'm terrible at that game. But nonetheless, that is the most fun that sniper battle that I had was just so awesome. I mean, we were terrible at the game, both clearly terrible at the game, but we were going back and forth, and ultimately World Class came out victorious. And it's just a lot of fun. Now, is it going to be fun in 4 weeks from now? I don't know. I mean, it is a repetitive experience, but, you know, thankfully the matches play out dynamically. I'll tell you what, if Warzone had offline boats, Jesus Christ, if Warzone had offline bots, why does this camera look so fucking terrible? Why can you see the ground? This is falling. This is literally falling, bro. Oh, the tripod, we forgot to bring the tripod. But nonetheless, if Warzone 2.0 had offline bots and I could play Warzone 2.0 offline with AI, literally it'd be game of the decade. You know what I mean? Literally, and there's no, you know, look, I got no problem playing with other players because I don't communicate anyway. You know, I don't squat up and start communicating or do that proximity chat. I don't give a shit about that. Like, I'm here for the experience and I'm here to see how it's ultimately going to unfold. But if it had offline bots where I didn't even have to connect to the internet to play Warzone, that would be just so amazing. Literally game of the decade, because it's just, you know, it would be so fantastic just to put the disc in, not have to be connected to the internet to play Warzone 2.0. Now, obviously, it's not a thing, but they have done similar things like that in previous Call of Duty games. They have done similar things like that in previous Call of Duty games. I remember one Call of Duty game where you can literally play the entire multiplayer offline, or at least some extent of it, with offline bots. So they have done it before, and it can be done. I know it can be done. But, you know, obviously, it's a free-to-play title, and then you can go in and buy skins or some bullshit like that. Nonetheless, it does what it needs to do for me, and that's the most that I've had. That's the most fun that I've had with the game this year.
Gamer D donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Play Evil West to the end. Finish the game, bro.
Well, I can't guarantee that. The likelihood of me ever completing a game on this show is going to be very, very slim. Because not only are these games very long, but they're not interesting enough to continue playing. You can see the core gameplay loop for a lot of games. 90% of games, maybe even 95% of games, you can see the core gameplay loop within the first few hours of the game. In the first few hours of God of War Ragnarok, you've already seen the entire game. And I hate to say that, but that's just the reality of it. You know, you could see and experience that core gameplay loop within literally the first hour or so in most of these games. And Evil West is going to provide that experience where you can get the gist of what you're going to be doing for the next, you know, however long the game is. And that's why I like games where you can sit around and talk. Okay, I hate games where everything has to be an enemy, everything has to be kill on sight, because it's just boring. That's why I like Skyrim, that's why I like Fallout, that's why I like games like that, because you can interact with the NPCs. Now, is it like on some next level shit? No, because those games are old. But maybe Starfield will be that answer for World Class, okay? Wouldn't it be great? I think DayZ's a good game, but you have to be social in DayZ. You know what I mean? I think DayZ is a very interesting game because they throw you in and you have to work your way up. You're literally naked. You got to find clothes. You got to, you know, find supplies and shit like that. Build your character up, and then when you die, it's over. You know what I mean? I think that's how it goes anyway. But it presents an interesting dynamic because you're playing with other players and you don't know if they're a friend or a foe, or if they're pulling your chain or playing possum or what have you. So it just presents these unique and these interesting and these dynamic situations. But most people don't play DayZ because, well, it's one of those games where it's like, okay, you spent 6 hours doing this, building up your character, only for some stupid idiot to snipe you, and then you got to restart all over again. Yeah, that's going to piss a lot of fucking people off. So that's why it doesn't have a massive player count, because in my opinion, that just seems like a big turnoff for a lot of people. But that's the interesting dynamic that I think artificial intelligence needs to kind of look. We got to stop focusing on resolution. We got to stop focusing on frame rate. Okay, I'm sick and tired of it. We got to start focusing on things that are much more appealing than that. Okay, and it starts with artificial intelligence. We need machine learning. Okay, we need machine learning in these games. They're just going to have to start competing. You know, because really, when you break it down, these games really aren't that sophisticated. They're really not that sophisticated. I mean, some of them are, and there are exceptions, but when you start breaking down these games that are pretty primitive, I mean, Evil West is a pretty primitive game. Okay, let's just put it to you. Let's just say that. Evil West is a pretty primitive game because there's not much going on here. They built the core gameplay loop. They threw some cutscenes in, and you know, obviously there's more to it than that. And I'm not trying to knock this game down because I haven't played it. It's got a 76, which is actually not too shabby. But with that said, you know, it's not bringing that much new to the table. It's not revolutionizing the genre that it's in. Okay, this hack and slash shooter wannabe, well, I don't even know what the fuck the game is, really, to be honest. You just roam around and shoot everything that moves on the street. I don't like games like that, but we'll play it nonetheless because it's brand new and shiny and people want to see it. Lemon Lime Lukey said his life depends on world class playing this game. So we're going to offer that for him tonight. And a 76 isn't too bad, but it could obviously drop. It could obviously drop, and that would be so incredibly sad if it did drop, folks at home. But we will see, and we will play this tonight if you are inclined to tune in here as we crack open the Mountain Dew. We hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods, folks at home. It is Thanksgiving week, okay? Let's get ready for Black Friday. You know what I mean? Is that even a thing anymore? Rush out to get that PlayStation 5 that has no software for it. I honestly couldn't imagine wanting a PlayStation 5. There's really not much point. I honestly can't, I mean, outside of God of War Ragnarok, but that's on PS4. Warzone 2.0 is on PS4. All of the big games are still on PlayStation 4. There's very little reason, unless you own a great setup and you want to upgrade, there's very little reason to own a PlayStation 5 in my honest opinion. Okay? And hopefully that changes within the next 3 or so years. But by that point, the hardware is going to start showing its age. It already is. We can barely do 4K anything. You know what I mean? Which is fine with me. I'm fine with games that do 1080 60, and I think Evil West, especially on Series S, does not have 60 frames, and it's locked at, I believe, 1080 30 on Series S. That's fine with me, but the game has to bring something new to the table at that point, because that's what needs to happen. We need another crisis in this barren wasteland that is gaming in 2022. We need another crisis where developers sit down and say, let's think of the most, instead of making something that's going to just, you know, there goes an 18-wheeler. We certainly need another crisis, though, because what needs to happen is a lot of these developers need to come to the table together and say, hey, let's make something that is forward-thinking, and let's make something that is going to push the boundaries in ways that haven't been pushed before, okay? Because we push resolution, we push frame rate, and we don't push AI. We don't push sound design. We don't push just the unpredictable nature of these releases. You know what I mean? We need games that start respecting the intelligence of the gamer. Okay? Let me just put it to you that way. And I'll be the first to admit I'm a stupid idiot, okay? And I think that's very well known around here. But you need to understand that we need games that respect the gamer's intelligence. Here comes another 18-wheeler, folks at home. We need games, okay, that are made by gamers. I'm not talking about fans of a franchise. And I think the Dead Space remake is going to fail because they hired Dead Space fans to make the game, or to consult over the project. That's a stupid idea. It's just a stupid idea. Because now you're saying that you're not going to rock the boat. Now you're saying you're going to play it safe, and you're just trying to cater and pander with the Dead Space remake. Now look, it's on Frostbite Next Gen only for consoles. I got to see it just to see it. You know what I mean? As a tech demo experience, and I'm not even a big fan of Dead Space. Never was, never probably will be. Maybe the remake will win me over. But with that said, they are reaching out to the fans and they are saying, hey, how do we make a great Dead Space game? We have no fucking clue. So they're going to these edgelords. Well, not edgelords, but they're going to these fans, and they're saying, hey, how do we make a great Dead Space experience? That's what they've done with the Dead Space remake. And if that is your mission, if that's how you're going to start developing this game, by going to the fans because you simply have no vision, then to me it's a 0 out of 10, okay? To me it's a 0 out of 10. If you are going to go remake something and you have no vision for what you're doing, and you're just creatively proficient, I mean technically proficient, if they're technically proficient and they have no vision on what they want a Dead Space remake to be or look like, or have a little vision on that, and they're going to go to the fans for the rest, it's a 0 out of 10. You know what I mean? That's basically what the Dead Space remake is. A bunch of people for hire that, you know, maybe they were at one point casual fans of Dead Space, and maybe they were hardcore fans on the team, but it seems like they just gathered around and acquired a bunch of technically proficient engineers, artists, you know, things like that, and said, let's make this Dead Space remake. And that's great, and I'm sure it's going to float a lot of people's boat, but is it going to bring something new to the table? Is it going to evolve on what Dead Space could be? I don't think it will, because they don't want to take risks, not for this initial outing. They don't want to take risks, not for this initial outing. That's why they went to the fans, to ensure that it's the best that it could possibly be, to cater and pander so that it just works. Now, if the Dead Space remake is a success, if the Dead Space, and it no doubt will be, because there's nothing else to play in January, if it comes out in January. I don't know if it will, because where the fuck's the gameplay? You know what I mean? Where is the Dead Space gameplay? It's literally November, nearly Thanksgiving, and this game's supposed to come out in early January. Now, maybe they're waiting until the Callisto Protocol has its honeymoon phase, and then they can squash it with the Dead Space hype. Maybe that's what they're doing, the EA marketing, or maybe it's going to get delayed. Nonetheless, they're going to see how it does, and then they're going to do their own Dead Space. This is what always happens. It happened with Halloween 2018. Halloween 2018 played it safe. They went to the Michael Myers fans. They went to the Halloween fans, and they said, let's play this safe. Let's get back Nick Castle. Okay, Nick Castle has a cameo. Jamie Lee Curtis is back. Okay, 40 years after 1978. This is a sequel to the 1978 film. They played it safe. But as the trilogy went along, you could see that they did the movie that eventually they wanted to make. You see how that works out? So Halloween 2018 was a massive success. I mean, a massive fucking success. Halloween 2018, a massive success at the box office. One of the best. Okay, Halloween Kills. Since they got a little bit of lee room there in terms of the success, they're like, hey, let's play around with this a little bit. Let's have the fucking mob coming out and the hospital going shit, ape shit. Haddonfield's in a mess. It's totally discombobulated. It's absolute bedlam. And that's what Halloween Kills was. Pissed off a ton of people. Halloween Ends, truly the movie they wanted to make, that team at its core, truly the movie that they wanted to make. And guess what? The Halloween fans said, that's not Michael Myers. That's not Halloween. So that's what's going to ultimately happen, I guarantee you, with Dead Space. When this Dead Space remake comes out, in January, and when it is a success, which it will be, they are going to greenlight a sequel. And it is either going to be a Dead Space 2 remake, or it's going to be inspired by Dead Space 2, and it's going to be a new story inspired by Dead Space 2. Okay, that is what is going to happen. And then you will see EA push in more and start doing what EA does. And they are the best in the world. I mean, look at FIFA. Great detail in FIFA. No one talks about that. Dude, type in FIFA 23. I was going to download FIFA 23. It's on fucking EA Play. And you type in FIFA 23 details on YouTube, there's some great detail in that fucking game. There is some great detail in that game. Now, sure, you got to go into instant replay mode and zoom in, but clearly there was thought put into it. You know, there was thought put into it. So nonetheless, we take this back to Evil West. We're going to play this later tonight. We probably play it for 20 minutes, if that, because it's going to be a snooze fest, I know. Okay, but look, Lemon Lime Lukey says he wants to see it. We'll do it just for him. And we might, what else is releasing? Evil West, I know the Callisto Protocol is obviously coming out on December 2nd. I think Need for Speed Unbound is actually coming out on that day as well. And then there's another game on December 2nd. December 2nd is a big day for gaming. Okay, big day. Now, obviously, the floodgates are going to open well before that. Because you got these shills on YouTube and all of this, that, and the third. But with that said, December 2nd is a big day in gaming. You have Need for Speed Unbound, you have Callisto Protocol, and I think there's one other game that I'm forgetting right now. But we will be checking out those big titles, okay? Because those pretty much play out the remainder of 2022 at this point. And then, of course, in January, if it actually releases in January, the Dead Space remake, which I don't think it will. They're way too silent on the Dead Space remake right now, and that is not a good sign. I think it will be delayed. Unless there's gameplay out that I have yet to see, I think the Dead Space remake will be delayed. So I'm going to tell you that right here, right now. And when I'm right, you guys can come back and say, you know what, World Class Damn, you were right about that Dead Space remake, because they're going to probably announce that delay pretty fucking soon here. Unless, like I said, I have not seen a gameplay blowout. And maybe it doesn't need a gameplay blowout. It's obviously the same thing. But, you know, I'll tell you this. When you look at the Callisto Protocol, okay, when you look at the Callisto Protocol, and they're giving me slack for this, like, oh, Michael, this is the trash. How the hell could you defend that Dead Space remake? And it's like, well, I mean, I'm not defending either game. They both look like trash. You know what I mean? They both look so uninspiring, it's not even funny. Because the Dead Space remake isn't doing anything, it's not bringing anything new to the table. The Callisto Protocol is obviously a knockoff. Okay, so we're basically just making the same fucking game. Literally. Both studios are making the same game that they've already made before. The Dead Space remake is just Dead Space. Callisto Protocol is just a Dead Space knockoff. We're not really doing anything new on both sides. But with the Callisto Protocol, it's the same price unless things have changed here. It is the same price. I'll look this up right here, right now, folks. We got 220 people in here. We do appreciate you for tuning in and tagging along here today. But the Callisto Protocol is literally the same price as the Dead Space remake on next-gen consoles. And I just don't know if I can say yes to that. You know what I mean? I'm not really sure if I can get behind that. So Callisto Protocol PSN, I'm going to see if I can pull this up on the screen right here. Day 1 edition is $70! It is $70 for the Day 1 edition. You've got to be fucking shitting me. Now, maybe the regular edition is cheaper. I don't know if there is. That is the regular edition. So it is $70. The Callisto Protocol is $70 on PS5. Okay, I'm going to pull this up on the screen here, folks at home. The Callisto Protocol is $70 for PS5, and I'm assuming Series X as well. Now, look, I know it's not the same game, but it kind of is, okay? Why would I want to go out? And first of all, let me ask you guys this. Is the Callisto Protocol in Unreal Engine 5? Because that's what someone told me in the comments, okay? And you know, look, if the Callisto Protocol, and I don't think it's true, I mean, I could look it up real quick here, but we're going to ask you guys. If the Callisto Protocol were on Unreal Engine 5, why the fuck would you not market that? I have not seen that in the marketing. No, I'm not saying it's not on Unreal Engine, but is it on Unreal Engine 5? That's what I'm asking you guys. I mean, I could look it up real quick. I don't know. Because it wouldn't make sense. If it's on Unreal Engine 5, it wouldn't make sense why they wouldn't advertise that. That'd be a great selling point. PS5, Unreal Engine 5, Callisto Protocol, the Dead Space knockoff that may be better than Dead Space, right? But nonetheless, it's $70, whether or not it's on Unreal Engine 5 or not. It's $70 on PS5. So look, you look at the Dead Space remake, and again, they went to fans, okay? I don't agree with that. But nonetheless, if it turns out to be a great product, that's all at the end of the day that matters. I don't care how it was developed. I don't care who they went to. I don't care if they fucking hired a comedy writer to write the fucking game, you know, to rehash the storyline with comedy jokes of 2022, like, oh my god, my soy latte is so hot. Why is my refrigerator not running anymore? Or some fucking stupid ass shit like that, okay? I don't give a fuck. Look, at the end of the day, why would I buy the Callisto Protocol when I can get the Dead Space remake for the same price? And here's the kicker. The Dead Space remake is next gen only. It is next gen only. It is only on PS5 and Series X. The Callisto Protocol is on every console under the fucking sun. So why would I want to go out and buy a knockoff of Dead Space when I can buy the Dead Space remake for the same asking price, and it's on Frostbite next gen only. Frostbite next gen only. Now, I get it, they're different games, but they're not really. The core gameplay loop is very fucking similar, based off of what I've seen. So let's see if this game is in Unreal Engine 5. Let's see if this game is in Unreal Engine 4. So someone lied to me, okay? Someone lied to me. Unbelievable. Someone lied to World Class in my comment section, and they said it's on Unreal Engine 5. Clearly, they don't know what they're talking about, because it wouldn't make sense if it were on Unreal Engine 5 to not advertise that. That would actually be a big selling point, like, hey, we got the tech behind this bitch. I'm not saying Unreal Engine 4 is not capable, clearly. It is. But, you know, again, if it were on Unreal Engine 5, they would have utilized that to say, we're better than the Dead Space remake. You know what I mean? Because basically, these two games are going head-to-head. But I have a feeling that EA is either waiting until this Callisto Protocol stuff moves out, or they're going to delay the Dead Space remake. I mean, it's literally almost December. It's literally like 2 weeks until December, and the Dead Space remake is coming out in January, and there has been very little on the Dead Space remake as far as I have seen. I mean, I can't even find official gameplay, and it was hard to find gameplay of this until like last week. And I don't even think there's 60 frames per second gameplay for the Callisto Protocol. I have not seen this game running at 60 frames. Even the official footage that is available for the Callisto Protocol, I have not seen it running at 60 frames. And apparently there is a performance mode, but I don't understand why they're not showing that off. It would make no sense to not show that off if you have a performance mode at 60 frames on next-gen consoles. I can't find any footage of this game running at 60. I mean, maybe that new trailer has it running at 60, but I'm talking raw gameplay. So that is something that I noticed. I'm not saying that doesn't mean it's not going to be at 60. It probably will. But nonetheless, I don't think both of these games are actually that mind-blowing, okay? Everyone's hyped to the moon and back for these games. I want something fucking new, but I want something new that's actually great, okay? We know that whenever Rockstar is ready to pull the fucking curtain back, that GTA 6 is going to redefine the medium, okay? And look, I had problems with Red Dead Redemption 2. And call me a Rockstar fanboy, I don't care. If those are the only games I like anymore, then so fucking be it. Okay? I bought Red Dead Redemption 2 day one for $80. And it was well worth it. Because I knew that the devs over at Rockstar North, San Diego, okay, not Rockstar North, San Diego, Rockstar San Diego, I knew that the devs over at Rockstar San Diego were going to bust their ass with Red Dead Redemption 2. I saw that coming a mile away, okay? Now, with that said, when GTA 6 releases, you're going to see the gamer in me go crazy, okay? Even when there's a trailer coming out, if that ever sees the light of day in the next year or so, a teaser, whatever, we know that Rockstar is cooking something just incredible, okay? We know that is on the horizon, and it is going to redefine this medium. I don't give a shit about shark cards. I don't give a shit about your opinion on GTA Online. I don't give a shit about your opinion. There are engineers at that fucking studio right now doing some fucking God work, okay? That is going to be talked for generations to come. I'm going to tell you that right here, right now. So you can sit around and say Take-Two's trash and all of this crap. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. What really matters at the end of the day is the product, okay? The product. If the product is quality, that's all at the end of the day that fucking matters. And I damn well know that Rockstar's not going to fumble that football in the technical department. In the technical department, GTA 6 is going to be next level open world experience that you have never seen before, okay? Now, I might be overhyping it a tad, but I'm telling you guys aren't ready, okay? You guys are not ready, okay? You guys are not ready for GTA 6. No one is. No one's ready for GTA 6. That's why it's taking so long to make this game. You don't understand what they're doing. And I don't, I'm not acting like I have some fucking inside information. Obviously, I fucking don't. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that they're the best in the world at what they do, and they cannot have GTA 6 come out and have it come out in a way where it's like, oh, GTA is ruined, GTA is finished. You know what I mean? It's taking a long time for GTA 6 to come out because they're doing so much with it. You want to talk about ambitious? Oh, I guarantee you, this is going to be the most ambitious Rockstar game ever, clearly. And Red Dead Redemption had to die. Red Dead Redemption 2 had to die so that they can get GTA 6 on the right track sooner rather than later. And I'm fine with that because Red Dead Redemption 2 was complete day one. I play Red Dead 2. When I play Red Dead 2 on this stream, I play the disc version. Literally 1.0. I don't update the game. There's no reason to update the game. I don't give a shit about online. Because when I bought the game, the online never even existed. It's not even in the menu. There is no online option. I didn't care for the online. I didn't buy it for the online. That was just icing on top of the cake. I bought it because I knew that it was going to be the best in the world at what they did. That's Rockstar. Now, look, I got problems with it. I don't think it's as forward-thinking as maybe they wanted it to be or that it could have been. Obviously, it's above average, but it's not a surprising Rockstar title. It's not a surprising Rockstar title. You know, I remember a lot of these journalists coming out and saying, oh, you can talk to every NPC. And that's great. And that's one of the best things about Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but basically, it's already been done before. That's what I'm saying. It's already been done before, and specifically by Rockstar. Rockstar has already done that before. They did it in Bully on PS2. You could talk to every NPC in Bully on PS2. It's the same exact conversation system. So having played Bully in 2006, I went into Red Dead Redemption 2 and I said, you know what, honey bunny? They've already done this. It's great, but we've already seen this before. So I was a little disappointed with Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm not saying it's a terrible game, but with that said, I wasn't blown away. I mean, the visuals are on a whole nother level, the animations are on a whole nother level, but the missions got stale, and it was a rinse and repeat cycle. It was literally a rinse and repeat cycle. It was a rinse and repeat cycle, and the best part of Red Dead Redemption 2, and if you guys are still listening, that's fantastic. Let's wake up. But literally the best part of Red Dead Redemption 2, the best part of Red Dead Redemption 2 is when you play as John Marston and you play Farmer. That was literally the best part of Red Dead Redemption 2, when you play as John Marston the farmer and you milk the cows. I'm not even kidding. This isn't bait, okay? Dead ass. When you play as John Marston the farmer and he has turned his life around, he's out of the gang, only to come back into it to get revenge. It's a never-ending revenge cycle, which kind of gets tiring. But with that said, that was for me the best part of the experience. Literally, playing the farmer. And I was disappointed that you couldn't play the farmer after that farmer segment. You couldn't milk the cows anymore. You know what I mean? So it kind of annoys me, kind of pisses me off, to be totally frank, because one moment you're milking cows, you're able to do all these activities, and then, oh, it's only for the story. It's only to serve the story. Well, that's great, but why are these things locked off still? You know, and that's the problem with a lot of these open world games still, is that, and especially Rockstar games, GTA 5 has this problem, Red Dead 2, of course, and many other Rockstar titles as well, and other games in general. But you have these interior set pieces where it's like, oh, let's go into the stadium in GTA 5. You can't go into the stadium again. They have these interiors that serve the story, and then they don't allow the player to go back into them. Why? Makes no fucking sense. And hopefully GTA 6 changes that. It just doesn't make sense. It's like we were once allowed to explore and roam this area, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, it's locked off, permanently sealed, unless you're a modder and you can no-clip in there. This is ridiculous. Now, maybe they have other reasons for it, but that's where we're at right now, okay? Look, I look at all of these games, the Callisto Protocol, Evil West. Obviously, Evil West is a smaller fucking game, but obviously it wasn't small enough for them to send me a fucking code, so fuck off. You know what I mean? Trash game. Kidding. But, you know, we look at the current output of this industry, and I have, well, I'm just not excited. It's just hard for me to be excited. You could argue jaded, you can argue you're done with the hobby, and it's like, you know what, maybe I am. Maybe I'm clinging on to something that maybe I was never fully in love with, or maybe I'm clinging on to something that I have too high standards for. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm holding out hope that, you know, one of these days we'll get a great game. You know, we'll get a great game that blows us away. I don't care if it's online. I'll play an online game if it's great. I play Warzone 2, free to fucking play. I'm having a lot of fun. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Jumping into the map, getting the supplies, getting geared up, and then marking the territory, and then basically waiting for someone to come in and shoot me dead. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a lot of fun. I like having these dynamic encounters. And I think Warzone 2 is literally the game of the year. Now, the year isn't over. The year isn't over, but based off of what has released thus far, It has been one of the worst years in gaming in a long time, and I know people are going to disagree and say, oh, God of War Ragnarok is objectively good, and Dying Light 2, and Elden Ring, and a bunch of other games that released that I can't remember. But at the end of the day, I would disagree. If you're going to say a cat game is Game of the Year, well, you could just kiss my foot on that. Hey guys, want to play Stray after I get off work at Starbucks? You know what I mean? Let's get a 5 in the chat if you are still here. Watching World Class here as we discuss the land of Vidia. 76 on Metacritic for Evil West. We will be playing this tonight. Don't know for how long, probably 10 minutes if that. Look, if I'm just gonna look, if it's another BioShock where it's got great atmosphere, it's got great mood, vibe, all of those things coming together, that's cool. But if it's just a shooting gallery in disguise, and I get it, it's, you're a vampire hunter and you're fucking, slaying. But if you're doing that for 10, 5 hours or what have you, and it's the same old rinse and repeat core gameplay loop, that's trash. There's no story there. I don't care how enticing the story is. You can't just keep putting this shit on repeat. I swear to God, these people don't even play games. The people that make these games don't play them. It's very evident. Because who would want to sit there for 30 hours and do the same thing over and over and over again? It turns into an assembly line game. That's the problem with this industry. They put out these assembly line games where you do nothing but the same thing over and over and over again. These assembly line games. It's like, hey, we designed something that's really cool, but is it going to be cool for the 10th hour, for the 15th hour, for the 20th hour? Probably not. And that's where these simulation systems have to come into play, because that's what makes the core gameplay experience dynamic and unique and unprecedented. You have to start developing simulation systems in your game, because if you don't, it's just going to be this fucking hard-baked, this enemy over here has detected the player nearby and they're going to start attacking. Wow, that's never been done before. You know what I mean? Jeez. So that's why I respect Rockstar, because you can play, GTA 4, which is how old? Came out in 2008. I can't do math, but 2018, that was obviously the 10-year anniversary, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 13 years old. GTA 4, 13 years old. And you can still go back to GTA 4, and the game plays out differently every time because of the physics system. It's dynamic. Things move in real time, and they behave differently in real time. Whereas if you had pre-canned animations, it's going to play out the exact same. And that's the problem that Ghost of Tsushima has. That's the problem that Ghost of Tsushima has, and that's why I said it's trash. Ghost of Tsushima is trash. Ghost of Tsushima is not a good game. It's got great style, presentation, just like Evil West, okay? But when you really break it down, you're not doing anything new, and there's no dynamic gameplay. You're seeing the exact same animations over and over and over again. I mean, at least Elden Ring, when you stab a fucking guy and he fucking dies, the body kind of flails around a little bit, and it's a little bit unique and interesting looking. But in Ghost of Tsushima, it's all pre-canned PS2 animations, and you could say, well, that's just the charm of the experience. Bullshit! So hopefully for Ghost of Tsushima 2, they introduce like a fucking physics system. That way when I chop someone's head off in the fucking game, it'll at least play out differently every time. Because that adds something to that experience that isn't really that big of a deal, but it is after when you play it for about 30 hours or so. You've already seen all the animations, you know what I mean? And it just gets stale. It gets stale. So that's why I give Ghost of Tsushima a terrible score, because it isn't really that great of a game. But the Sony fanboys were like, holy shit, this is so amazing. This is amazing. It's like, yeah, it's got cool, this wind effect that tells the player where to go, and it's got beautiful scenery, but the core gameplay loop of Ghost of Tsushima does not bring anything new to the table. Anyone defending that game in that sense is objectively flat out wrong. Because you name one thing, and I tried to play that game, especially offline, because we weren't streaming games back then, but I tried to play that game, and it was a snooze fest. You're literally doing the same thing over and over and over again. Clear outpost and rinse and repeat for 8 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours. How is that interesting? How is that interesting? It's not. it isn't interesting. So that's why Ghost of Tsushima is a bad game, because it isn't dynamic enough. Now, again, you know, with the sequel, they can make improvements, hopefully, in that direction and in that department. And, you know, look, I can cut it some slack. It's a PS4 game. But if they want to make a Ghost of Tsushima game that's actually great, built from the ground up on PlayStation 5, that would be the way to go. Infamous 2 has physics. Michael never played a game in his life. Well, that's just objectively not true. I'll debunk that right now. That's objectively not true. You don't know what you're talking about. Now, have I completed many games? Well, no. I'll be flat out honest with you. I beat Red Dead Redemption 2. I beat Red Dead Redemption 1. I beat Last of Us 2. Okay? I beat The Last of Us 2. I beat GTA 5 back in the day. I beat, you know, I'm sure there's a few other games. I haven't beat Spider-Man 2018 because it's a snooze fest. Haven't beat Ghost of Tsushima because it's a snooze fest. So anything recent have I beat? Hell no. Absolutely not. I'm never going to beat God of War Ragnarok unless you guys force me to play it, unless they want to pay. You know? Pay to see me get tortured. We could do a torture stream and sit through God of War Ragnarok and just lose our minds over that slop. But with that said, we haven't completed many recent games, if that's what you're asking, if that's what you're saying. If that's what you're saying, we have not completed many games, many recent games. Because there's no reason to. There's really no reason to. That's why I like Warzone. There's no story. It's just like jump in and let's have a fun little match, you know. No bullshit attached to it. It's just jump in, do whatever the fuck, and see if you come out victorious. You know what I mean? But people don't want to have that experience. They want these stories that mean nothing, and it's like, I mean, the amount of dialogue they put in these games is just so fucking stupid. It's like they're talking for no reason, because I guarantee they do these like player studies, and they know these gamers are lonely inside. They know these gamers are lonely, and they just have these fucking especially these Sony games. They have these main characters like talk to themselves, because it's like vicariously talking to the player or some fucking shit like that. Like, it's so stupid. Like, oh man, that's the last of them. You know, it's like Ellie in The Last of Us 2, and I love The Last of Us 2, and I know that's an unpopular take, but you know, she does that too. That one thing where it's like, okay, the enemies are all dead. She talks to herself like, I guess that was the last of them. Yeah. Hopefully there's no, you know, it's just, it's like, it's kind of an insult to our intelligence as gamers. I mean, look, they, like I said, you know, God of War Ragnarok, people are complaining about God of War Ragnarok, and they're saying God of War Ragnarok is nonstop talking, and that might be true, but who's listening to that shit? I don't give a fuck about Kratos and his stupid son. It's trash. It's a stupid story. Now, if Kratos was surrounded by a bunch of hot bitches, yeah, fuck yeah, I'd play it. And I'd actually watch the cutscenes, because I have an incentive to watch the cutscenes. It's eye candy for the bros. You know what I mean? But this fucking stupid ass, like, skipping all the cutscenes. Don't care. I just don't care. Doesn't mean it's not good, but it's not for me. So I'm skipping all the cutscenes. And then they get mad. They say, well, Michael, why are you skipping all the cutscenes? It's a movie game. And it's like, it's shit. I don't care. Okay? You have to start respecting the gamer. That's really the mentality. You have to start respecting the gamer. And very seldom is that happening, especially now. But the thing that I'm hearing about God of War Ragnarok is that, oh, the game is telling you exactly what to do. No, it's not. Sorry, it's not. It's not. That's a bullshit. That's total bullshit. I have never been more lost in a game than God of War Ragnarok in terms of puzzles. No, yes, I am disabled, okay? Clearly. But at the end of the day, the game is not, you know, the characters are not saying, hey, why don't you jump up on this ledge and, you know, move this crank. No, that's not what they're saying. So you still have to figure it out. Just because they're talking, it doesn't mean they're telling you what exactly to do. Yeah, you have to figure it out, and I get it, but at the end of the day, people are saying, oh, the game holds your hand too much. No, bullshit, I've never been more lost in a game than fucking God of War Ragnarok. Literally, when it comes to those puzzles, they don't tell you what to do. They give you little hints that are vague as shit, like, huh, I wonder how we get up there. How is that gonna help me solve the puzzle? It's not. That doesn't help me solve the puzzle. That's just fucking bullshit banter. Huh, Kratos, I wonder how we get up there. Looks like the waterfall has stopped. We'll all be damned. Why don't you figure it out, you fuck? You know what I mean? So I don't agree. And I think the accessibility options are trash for God of War Ragnarok. Trash. The accessibility options are trash for God of War Ragnarok. Last of Us 2 has it on a whole nother level. And The Last of Us Part 1 remake, accessibility options are fantastic. You can go right to where you want to go. It'll literally put an arrow on the screen and say, this is where you go. And look, if I have to turn those accessibility options on, so fucking be it. But if I turn them on and they still don't tell me exactly where to go, what to do, then I think the accessibility options have failed. So they need to maybe call Neil Druckmann up and ask, how do we do accessibility in a way that makes sense? Ragnarok is not winning Game of the Year. It will win Game of the Year at Jeff Keighley's show. Absolutely, it will. Now the Elden Ring will win Game of the Year for the Choice Awards. Okay, that's why they do the Choice Awards, because they know it's going to piss people off with the official Game of the Year. God of War Ragnarok is winning Game of the Year at the Jeff Keighley show. Now the Choice Awards is going to go to Elden Ring, no doubt about it. And I'm sure Elden Ring will win in other departments as well. But with that said, God of War Ragnarok is going to win. Absolutely. It beat Red Dead Redemption 2. The 2018 one did. Okay? So I hope that God of War Ragnarok wins, because if Elden Ring is going to essentially, if people are going to put Elden Ring over Red Dead Redemption 2, well, we're not even going to have that discussion out here. That's bullshit. There's no I mean, look, I'm just not going to get into it, because that's a load of shit. Nostalgia makes money. Oh, absolutely. That's why they keep doing these movies. These movies. Oh, I'm not even going to get into it. That's why you got to go out and see Avatar 2. That's why you got to go out and see Avatar 2. Respect James Cameron. You know, and these Marvel moviegoers are complaining about the runtime of James Cameron's Avatar: The Way of the Water, or whatever the fuck it's called. I've never even seen the first one, but dude, it doesn't make sense, because ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to support that. That is a new IP. Just came out in 2009. I mean, that's been a long time ago, but at the end of the day, it's something fucking new. It's not Spider-Man, it's not Superman, it's not fucking Batman for the 5,000th time. It's James Cameron's vision, and it has taken such a long time to assemble. Quite clearly. So, I don't know. I think these Marvel moviegoers need to stop complaining about runtime and just start experiencing greatness. I'm a devil coming through. Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate that. Member for 17 months, baby. You're off your rocker today. Seems like someone needs the involuntary treatment. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You don't understand. You don't even play games, dude. You just sit around and chill AMD. It's a typical AMD Linus Tech Tips fanboy in here. Like, imagine chilling AMD now. They're behind. It's over. If you're building a PC today, you're putting an Intel in that bitch. Now, like 2 years ago, it was AMD. AMD this, AMD that. 8-core processor, 16 threads, and now Intel's got them beat, baby. What happened? What went so unequivocally wrong? You're still stuck with 18 cores and 16 threads. Intel's got about 16 fucking cores and 32 threads. And, you know, obviously AMD has that option too, but, you know, Intel is seemingly just, they're going all in, and they're putting the pedal to the metal. They're putting the pedal to the metal. You guys aren't listening. You guys aren't listening. The ginger never shuts up in Horizon. Well, I'm not playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, we've already played that game. I don't need to play it again. It's the same fucking game, just with better graphics. Like, okay, we got better graphics, but we're doing Ubisoft. Oh, Ubisoft doesn't even make games anymore. Ubisoft doesn't even make games anymore. When was the last Ubisoft game that came out? What happened to Ubisoft? They died in the last year and a half. Literally, Ubisoft is dead, bro. Ubisoft is dead. Watch Dogs Legion is dead. Ash Creed isn't coming out until next year. It's over. What happened to Ubisoft? Far Cry 6 came out. That was like, you know, the same game that we've always been playing. But with that said, maybe that's a blessing in disguise, because what they're going to turn Far Cry into in the next 5 to 10 years is probably going to just be a stupid fucking always online, always connected sort of thing. And, you know, maybe they can make that work in a way that makes sense, but probably not. Because especially with Ubisoft, they have these cool ideas, these cool concepts, and then when it gets time to actually putting the game out on the store shelves and making it look good and run good and actually come to fruition on what they initially showed, it never happens. It never happens. It's like, here's the Division, here's the Division. It's like, yeah, that looks cool. Where's that game? It's not on the store shelf.
$2 through Super Chat. Our Lord and Master, Lisa Sue. Hallowed be thy name.
Well, I knew it. AMD fanboy. I could see you coming a mile away. So sad. Unreal. Stupid idiot. Shilling for AMD. AMD. You know, I mean, imagine having AMD in 2023. Yikes. All the hardcore gamers got that Intel, that crazy chip. The most expensive one. It's like $600 for a CPU. Just unbelievable. Just really unbelievable. One game, I'll tell you this right here and right now, folks. One game that no one is talking about, I'm going to pull the Metacritic score up right here. There is one game that came out this year that literally no one is talking about. And it is an Elden Ring, okay? We're going to pull this up right here and right now. It's not popping up. It just came out this year. It literally just came out this year. No one is talking about it. It's not nominated for any game of the awards. I can't even find it on Metacritic. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't exist. We're just gonna have to do it this way. Let me pull this up right here. This is a game that no one's talking about, and I actually thought it looked pretty interesting. It's got great scores. It's got great scores. No one is talking about this game, and it's actually kind of pissing me off. Now, maybe it's not that great. I don't know. And I don't have the console to really see if it is or not. But let's go. Yeah, it's got a very solid, respectable score on Metacritic, and this is what all these fake gamers use to determine quality these days. So with that said, I'm going to pull this up on the screen. This is a game that no one is talking about, okay? Literally, no one is talking about this game. It came out this year. It is from a very respected studio, and no one is talking about it. Let's see if anyone in the chat can guess this. Let's see if anyone in the chat can guess this here. What do you think I'm talking about? What do you think I'm talking? Yeah, I'm having a stroke out here. I'm having a stroke. Tell your mother, okay? She can come out here and warm me up, okay? What do you think I'm talking about? No. Let's go. Let's get the participation in here. What do you think we're talking about here? Who's listening? Clearly not many. Nope. Nope. Wrong. First one to get it gets a shout out. Right here. Nope. No one cares. Well, then I'm going to ban you. Get your fucking ass out of here. Go watch DSP or some shit, okay? He's probably got more stories to tell that will piss you off. Nope. Nope. Well, we're just going to wait until someone gets close. Nope. 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 Man, no one is talking. Someone's going to get it here soon. Nope. Nope. But you're close on that one. You're close on that one. Nope. 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 Okay. No one got it. I'm sealing it off right here. No one got it. Nope. 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 Oh, what was the question? You weren't listening. Maybe listen next time. Get off the ADHD. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do right here. Boom. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. You know, it's kind of ironic that that title is that because it's forgotten. The game's forgotten. Kirby the Forgotten Land, bro. 85 on Metacritic. Kirby the Forgotten Land, literally forgotten. That is sad. Now, I haven't played it. I don't have a Switch. Probably will never buy a Switch. Maybe if the Switch Pro comes out in the next 2 years or some shit like that, and it's actually got, like, I just don't think the Switch is that enticing as a hardware and software. There's no fusion there that happened this time around. I think the Wii and the Wii U were great consoles. The Nintendo 64, the GameCube, I have all of those consoles. But the Switch didn't do it for me. It's just like, oh, take these games on the go. Well, that's great, but that doesn't do much for me because, well, I don't go out. And when I do, I'm not taking my Switch. I got my fucking phone. It's more capable. You know what I mean? So it's just, it doesn't really make much sense. But, you know, maybe with the Switch 2 or whatever the fuck they do, obviously they're not going to tinker with that formula because it's just been a massive success. But Kirby the Forgotten Land. Okay. Who in here has played this game? Who in here has played this game? Who in here has played Kirby the Forgotten Land? You want high energy? Let's start participating then. Who in here has played Kirby the Forgotten Land? Who in here has played Kirby the Forgotten Land? And tell me, is it a Game of the Year contender? If you have played Kirby the Forgotten Land, tell me if it is a Game of the Year contender. It's got an 85 on Metacritic. It's got an 85 on Metacritic. Doesn't that count for something? Kirby the Forgotten Land. If you have played this, is it a Game of the Year contender? We're not talking about Luigi's Mansion 3 that came out 2-3 years ago. Kirby the Forgotten Land that came out this year. You're not listening. Literally no one plays Kirby. No one plays this. No one plays that. Great. Get on the Prozac. Played the demo only. Meh, it's great. Me, it's great. Okay, Nick said it's great. Never heard of it. 9 out of 10 game. I know I didn't. Well, you guys don't play video games in here, so I'm asking the wrong crowd. Incompatible. Incompatible. So sad. You put the PS1 disc in the PS5, it ain't gonna fucking play. Same situation over here. There we go. That's what we're talking about. The Sony Punk said it's Game of the Year. The game is for 4-year-olds. I don't think I'd be able to beat it. Send over your Nintendo Switch and I'll play it on stream. Okay? What happened to Evil West? We've already talked about it. You showed up late. Not my problem. Off topic. Yeah, your mother is off topic. She told me not to put the condom on anymore because she said she wanted it raw. And I said, you know, honey, I'm down. Played the demo. It was fun. No one plays the Switch over 13 years old. How does Stray have so many nominations? We're not talking about Stray. That's a stupid game for stupid people. It's a stupid game for stupid people. I'm not playing Luigi's Mansion 3. That's trash. I played the best Luigi's Mansion. It's the first one on the fucking GameCube, dude. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a Zoomer. Get out of here. Get a life. Go get a real job. Unreal. I mean, these people in here are just unreal. They don't play games, they just sit around all day and they chastise world class. Oh, Michael doesn't have a real job? What the fuck's a real job? You know, would you tell that to Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson doesn't have a real job. He just sits there, or Elvis Presley, he just sits there and dances around a little bit. Is that a fake job? I guess it fucking is. I guess every entertainer on this entire planet has never had a real job before in their entire life. Well, that's just not my fucking problem. Why don't you become an entertainer? Oh wait, no one wants to watch you because you're not entertaining. You're a nobody. I'm a somebody. Get with the times. Kirby has confirmed baby game. Are you Dreamcast guy's brother? No, I'm actually a lot sexier than Dreamcast guy. I'm a lot sexier than Dreamcast guy. Stray's winning Game of the Year. Brokeback Mountain style. You guys are robots in here. You guys are robots. I'm tired of dealing with the robots. I'm tired of dealing with the alts, okay? We're done with the alts. We're done with the robots, okay? Get that shit out of here. I'm sick and tired of it. If you're a real human being behind the goddamn keyboard, let me fucking know in some capacity. It's getting ridiculous in here. Bots, robots, alts, then a bunch of people complaining about nothing. I asked you one question about Kirby, and you guys didn't want to listen. Oh, Michael, I've never played it. That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question. The question was, is Kirby Forgotten Land worthwhile? Is it Game of the Year contender? No one is talking about this game, yet it has an 85 on Metacritic. Where is the conversation surrounding Kirby the Forgotten Land? Where is the conversation surrounding this game? It must be right up your fucking ass. Tom Cruise is hot. You know, that's the best comment I've read today. That's the best comment I've read today. We're out here in the face of adversity, okay? We're out here. I got shorts on. It's cold. You think this is hot out here? Honey, this ain't hot. But I'll show you what is. Right here. Look at that leg. She doesn't love. Why is Kirby the Forgotten Land? Why has it been forgotten? I have a Switch, but I have not played it yet. What are you doing? What do you do? Okay, that makes no sense because what are you doing with your Switch? Well, Michael, I'm emulating on my Switch. No. That's for losers, okay? If you're not content with what the creator has produced, then you need to create something on your own. Okay? You need to create something on your own. If you feel compelled to mod every video game, you are a loser. You are a loser. End of story. If you feel compelled immediately to mod a game, you are not a gamer. You are a fake gamer. If you are not content with the original vision of a video game, then you're not a fan of what was produced. Just admit it. Oh, I love the game, but I'm bored with it. No. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Don't even get me started. Mario Strikers Battle Football should be up for Game of the Year. Played the demo and love it. Well, here's what they should have not done. They should have not put demos out. What is Nintendo doing? I don't have a Switch, but I might have to fucking buy one because it seems like you can play every game for fucking free. It seems like you can play every game for fucking free. There's a demo for Kirby. There's a demo for Mario Battle Striker. What the fuck are we doing? We're giving these games away for free. I mean, it's just unreal. Nope. If you have to, nope.
Gamer D donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Look up Luigi Mansion 3 Metacritic score.
It looks, the art style is for babies. The art style is for babies. Go play the original. That's some fucking good shit. I mean, look, look, maybe it's great. I don't have a Switch, but I don't like the art style. I'm gonna tell you that right here, right now. I don't like the art style. But I am a massive, that's the first game I played on the GameCube when I bought it at launch. Shit's fucking Kino.
A different user donated $1.99 through Super Chat. If Switch games could win it, then gaming is over.
Why would it not be able to win Game of the Year? What kind of grass are you smoking over there, dude? Why would it not be able to win Game of the Year? It's got an 85 on Metacritic. It came out this year. What are you smoking, dude? Oh, because it has PS2 graphics? Who fucking cares? This is like The Last of Us. It's a platformer game. It's The Last of Us meets Kirby, and you're not listening. So typical. It doesn't matter, because if CD Projekt Red fumbled the football, then you know what? They fumbled the football, and that's all that can be said. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, if you have to be dependent on a bunch of losers who are overweight in their parents' basement fixing a game that CD Projekt Red should have never shipped out in 2020, then the whole goddamn company is trash. That's all that can be said in that regard. And if you're needing more from the women in Cyberpunk, if that scene it with Panam bending her ass over isn't enough, then you might need to go to a fucking strip club. You know, because I see these gamers that are just so sexually frustrated. These gamers are so sexually frustrated, but then they start blaming, these women. They start blaming these women. They say, well, these women don't give me the time of day. And it's like, dude, you're not getting outside. You're not going to the bar and socializing. You're afraid to take those few steps because you're probably a Discord mod and you have no ambition to do anything outside of that. So how are you going to get laid? You ain't going to get laid. And believe me, I've gotten multiple opportunities where these women are coming on me, okay? But I told them I'm gay. And they said, okay, we respect it. I can't help how I was born. I mean, I like dick. What do you want me to tell you? I mean, I can take the banana test, but you're going to have to go to OnlyFans for that. You're going to have to go to OnlyFans for that. We'll do the banana test video, but it's going to be exclusive on OnlyFans. Nintendo is holding back gaming. Coming from a true socializer, bitch, I'm out here in public talking and yelling at my computer, motherfucker. You want to come out here and do this? You wouldn't have the balls to fucking do this. You wouldn't have the fucking balls to do this, buddy. You wouldn't have the balls to come out here and yell at a fucking computer all by yourself. This is the most fucking crazy shit. You're on your fucking... You're so desensitized to this show, you don't even know what you're fucking watching anymore. Get your ass out here. I'd pay you to come out here and do this shit. You wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to fucking do this. Sit there and tell me that this is so easy. Oh, you're not a socializer, Michael. Yeah, I might not be, but you know what? I can run my mouth out here in public. So if someone had social anxiety, they wouldn't be able to do the show. But I'm the best in the world at what I do. You guys are not answering the question. Why is Kirby being forgotten about? Of course, we have no one in here that has played it. There's been no one in here that has actually played the game, so they're like, well, Michael, we don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't matter. It's got an 85 on Metacritic. This is how you guys judge games, that, you know, these fake gamers that don't even play these games. It's got a better score than Evil West, okay? It's got a better score than Evil West. And let's pull up, you know, obviously Elden Ring has like a 90-fucking-6, but we don't need to see that again. It's the same old shit. I'd rather play Kirby Forgotten Land. Maybe that's the game of the year, and that's, you know, the one that that might be game of the year. And I haven't even played. I don't even have a fucking Switch. Don't even have a Switch. Well, but Michael, you can just emulate. No. I don't believe in emulation. If you're not playing it on the original hardware, you're not playing the game. Period. End of story. Okay? What do you think Mike Mattel plays on the original hardware? Because that's how it's meant to be played, on an old school CTR. On a high-end CTR. That's how it's meant to be played, not on modern shit. Oh, but you can upscale it and objectively looks better. That's not the soul. You're not leaving the soul intact. You're not leaving the soul intact. Well, I don't have a Switch, and I'm not paying $250 for a Switch just to play it for 200 people, if that even. We're not doing it. Now, if you want to pay, you want to call Abu Gamers and tell them to get over here and, you know, drop the briefcase, shit, we'll do it. But until that time, it ain't gonna happen. But what I am saying is that I think that this might be a Game of the Year contender, and for whatever reason, you guys can't answer this quite clearly, but for whatever reason, Kirby the Forgotten Land is not in the Game of the Year talk. It is not in the Game of the Year discussion, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Because it has an 85, that's actually pretty good. Now, is it mind-blowing? No, but who cares? Elden Ring wasn't mind-blowing, and they gave that bullshit a 96. Elden Ring wasn't mind-blowing, and they gave that bullshit a 96. So you tell me how that even has, you know, any sort of impact on anything. Because it doesn't. No, I am listening. You got your head up your ass today. That's what I'm telling you. You got your head up your ass today. I'm listening. You don't know what you're talking about, dude. Well, you can send over your Switch. You don't play video games anymore. Just send over your Switch. I'll send it back to you. I'll sign it. You can throw it up on eBay, and I'm sure someone will buy it, you know. You can make some money off World Class. If I had a Switch, I would play Kirby. Just to see if it's actually, because, you know, I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. You guys aren't listening. You loved Elden Ring when you first played it? Yeah, and then and until I had these backseat gamers come over here, these fake gamers that just looked up a strategy guide or looked up a fucking Wiki guide on Elden Ring and thought they were like Mr. Experts on Elden Ring, and it's like, no, you're not going to come over here and tell me how to fucking play this game. You're not going to come over here and play Monday morning quarterback. That isn't going to happen, okay? I'm tired of the backseating. I'm tired of it. Oh, Michael, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. What are you doing? You're watching me. Who's the fucking slave? Your ass is over here watching World Class. Okay. You're magnetized to the fucking content. Love it or hate it, that's the situation. Gaming is dead. Great take, very intelligent. Holy shit, never heard that before. Great take, very intelligent. Gaming is dead. Great take, very intelligent. Unreal, unbelievable. We're so glad that you could chime in and offer that great, intelligent opinion. Jesus Christ. Great take, very intelligent. Gaming is dead. Wow, never heard that one before. Holy fuck me in the ass. If it's so fucking dead, then how are they still producing games? It's so dead, you know? Just so dead, right? Yet it's more popular than ever. You know, explain that to me. How the fuck is it dead? How is it literally dead? You played Elden Ring. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. No, it's actually fun if you like Mario games. He's talking to someone else. Magnetized to the shit show. Yeah, it's like a car wreck. You can't look away. I can't blame you. I mean, this guy's out here yelling at his computer. I mean, fuck me. You don't see this anywhere else, literally. And I've looked all over Twitch, I looked all over YouTube. It's the same old shit. They're all in their parents' basement, dimly lit. They got some fucking RGB lighting behind them in front of a fucking microphone. It's a snooze fest. It's a fucking snooze fest out there. Adopt me, you come on out, and we'll do we'll do whatever you want. Your LA streams killed gaming. I don't know what that means. Elden Ring is the only actual video game, not a movie or DLC, and that's about it. Classic Michael. I don't know what that means. Correction, good gaming is dead. Kirby destroyed its competition. Elden Ring is actually a good game. It is popular in Japan. You're talking about Kirby the Forgotten Land? Well, let's pull up another game here. Let's pull up Elden Ring. Okay, we don't got much time left. The sun's going down, so make sure you tune in here for the very closing moments of the show here within the next 30 minutes or so, probably, maybe an hour, we'll see. But Elden Ring, let's look up Elden Ring. It's got a 96 on Metacritic right here. This is stupid, but whatever, I don't care. I'm not going to argue about it. If you like it, great, have your fun in the sun. Nonetheless, Elden Snooze, 96 on Metacritic. Let's start pulling this shit up. 96 on Metacritic, Elden Ring. We're going to put it up on the screen right here and right now, boom. Elden Ring, 96 on Metacritic, okay? And of course, Evil West to 76 right there. Evil West to 76. Okay, so, and I don't know why we're, look, obviously Evil West is like, you know, indie, or, you know, it's just, well, it's not what those games are, but let's type in Stray. 83? Okay, how is Stray? No. I will defend Nintendo over this slop. This is trash. Okay, Stray has less. Okay, now I'm getting a little upset, and it ain't the first time. It ain't gonna be the last. Stray has an 83. Stray has literally an 83, bro. Literally lower than Kirby Forgotten Land, and yet Stray is being nominated all across the board. So how much do they pay Jeff Keighley to basically advertise their game? Because that's what it is. That's what it is. That's bullshit. You're telling me that Stray is better than for Kirby Forgotten Land? What kind of fucking ass are you taking? Holy shit, you tripping on acid, bro. If you're telling me that Stray is a better game than Kirby Forgotten Land, you can kiss my foot with that, because you can say this about Nintendo. Their first-party titles, hate them or love them, there is a sense of quality there with their first-party titles. Now, maybe those Nintendo games, I don't know about that much, but those first-party Mario games, those first-party fucking games that Nintendo produces, and you know what I'm talking about, you know they're going to be quality. You know day one that Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be quality. You might not agree with the game, but you damn well know that when you buy the little fucking flash cartridge, that it is going to be an experience that isn't going to be a disposable title. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Stray is a disposable title. How are we defending this over Stray? I'm getting sick and tired of this bullshit. You guys are not listening, and you damn well know that Kirby Forgotten Land is better than Stray, but you guys want to sit there and go, well, Michael's a fake gamer. It doesn't matter if I'm a fake gamer or not. At the end of the day, what matters is that this is bullshit, that Stray is a nomination, yet it has a lower score on Metacritic, and this is what everyone uses these days. All these fake gamers on Twitter, all these fake gamers everywhere else, they use this as a way to judge a game on whether or not they're going to buy it. They can sit there and say that's not what they do, but that's what they do. They look at the score and they say, if it's not 85 or above, we're not buying it. Even a 90 sometimes is too low for a lot of people. Even a 90 sometimes is a little too low for a lot of people. Breath of the Wild is overrated? Well, I haven't played it, but it probably is. It doesn't mean that it's not a quality game. Stray is literally game of the year. It's literally in the Game Awards show. It's literally in the Game Awards show, bro. I feel the only reason Stray is Game of the Year list because, literally, just because of cats. Well, that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous, bro. They might as well put Gran Turismo in there because it's got pretty cars. Like, oh yeah, it's got the Shelby Mustang. It's like, that's great, but I don't understand. You know, look. Stray is not better than Kirby. I'll just say that. I haven't played both games, but I can tell you right now that Kirby is a better game. Kirby is literally a better game, bro. Literally, Kirby is a better game. No doubt about it. No, the cat doesn't win. That's stupid. Bloodborne is much better than Elden Ring. I played both. They're it's the same game. Literally, it's the same game. No different than Call of Duty. Dead ass. From Software has made the same game for multiple years now, and everyone loves it. But when Call of Duty does that, or when Madden does that, or when Bethesda makes the same type of experience, you know, Skyrim, Fallout, you know, pretty much the same. Fallout, Starfield, you know, the pitchforks come out. They say that's trash. They say that's garbage. I mean, look at these Resident Evil games. They've been making the same Resident Evil games since Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 and, well, actually, they're different, but they're both the same, if that makes any sense. Both first person, same mechanics, same engine. Forza, no one wants to play Forza. Forza didn't come out this year. You guys are not listening. We're talking about games that came out this year. Forza did not come out this year. Who cares about last year? Forza did not come out this year, because I remember buying Forza for like $100 so I could fucking play it for 10 minutes on stream. Forza came out last year. You guys are smoking crack in here. The fuck? I mean, unless there was a new Forza game that I've never heard of, and I don't think there was. That's a last year game, bro. Let's shut it down. That's what we're talking about. Finally, some positivity in here. The only somewhat different game is Sekiro. Haven't played it. Maybe I should play Sekiro. Maybe I'll like it. Apparently it's different, but I don't know if it is, truly. Elden Ring is the same Souls game with an empty open world and absolute shit stealthy mechanics. It's over. Xbox has nothing this year besides... Yeah. Well, I mean, that was obvious. I mean, look, they lost Starfield this year. It was... I mean, imagine if Starfields came out. We would have a totally different discussion out here. And we would probably be playing that. Sekiro is great. Well, I'm not... If it's on Game Pass, I'll check it out. If it's not, they can kiss my foot. I'm not buying it. There's too many games to buy within the next few weeks, so we have to just stay focused here. We're not going to go back and play old games that no one gives two shits about, okay? We're going to bring in 100 viewers. It's a snooze fest. Puts me to fucking sleep when you guys have no energy, okay? Literally, going to sleep, okay? And we're forcing energy out here today because that's what you guys need. We'll give you that medicine, but, you know, hopefully you can throw that back at world class when the time is right. When was the Xbox Game of the Year nominee? I don't know. Go play Mount Full Blade Full, 25th October. Great game. I don't know what you're talking about. But tell your mother I said hi. Xbox bought Call of Duty. It's over. So sad. I don't care. I don't care who owns it. Modern Warfare 2 is a snooze fest. I think Warzone 2 is a better game than Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 is a snooze fest. The campaign's trash. The multiplayer I haven't even touched. And I bought that bitch for $75. Should have just waited until Warzone 2. You know what I mean? Because the campaign was so boring I couldn't finish it. It was just infiltrate, do the same thing over and over and over again, shoot the cartel, do this, do that. It's the same fucking bullshit over and over again. Trash design, no choices outside of the stupid cutscene, linear choices. The Cold War campaign was much better. The Cold War campaign was much better than Modern Warfare 2 campaign, and that came out like 2 years ago at this point. So the Cold War campaign was literally better. The Cold War campaign was literally better, bro. I don't care about Sekiro. You guys are playing these Japanese games that no one's ever fucking heard of. Damn. Go on fucking V and show that some more. Sekiro's great. Yeah, they're going to tell you it's not because they play contrarian over there. That's how you bait them. You say something's great if you want to hear negative opinions about something. If you want to hear positive opinions about something, you say it sucks. And then they bounce off of that. That's how they work. That's how it works over here. Duh. I say I'm the best in the world. They say you're the worst in the world. If I say I'm the worst in the world, they still say I'm the worst in the world. But we're still eliciting a response nonetheless. Call of Duty should just kick the bucket at this point. Well, it's not going to. Mount and Blade, I don't know what you're talking about. Watch your mouth. I don't know what you're talking about. I agree, Tyler. Don't know what you're talking about. Drop a like. Don't know what you're talking about. When will Phil Spencer wake up? Well, when he has a cock up his ass. Believe me, that woke me up. Do you care about Horizon? Yeah, there's a glitch where you can see her titties. So I'm going to buy that version of the game. Beaver 1999, you just said it's not because you are not good at difficulties. I don't know what you're talking about. Is Sekiro a Souls game? I don't care and I don't know. Go ask 4chan. Sekiro is hard, don't play it. Oh, no shit. That's the only gimmick those games have. Grab some soap and have a good scrub. Well, if you send the soap over, buddy, I'll do it, okay? If you send the soap over, or, you know, better yet, I can just do a little wish list on Amazon, and you're asking, buy me the soap, and I'll come out here and take a shower just for you, okay? So you send over the soap, and I'll make a scrub happen. Until then, shut your mouth and tell your mother I said hi. Because she told me that she doesn't love. She saw my cock, and she said, holy fuck, it was actually a lot bigger than I expected. And she said she didn't want that because it would hurt. And I said, you know, honey, I respect that. The only game I'm excited for is the Callisto Protocol. Guys, I just explained why the Callisto Protocol is... Holy shit, we're losing daylight out here. I just explained why the Callisto Protocol is not going to be great. It's a Dead Space knockoff. But you got these shills that are literally already playing it, okay? They're literally already playing the Callisto Protocol right now, and I wish I could get an early access copy. I can't, okay? But if I had, you know, an opportunity at early access for the Callisto Protocol, and I'm willing to pay, okay? I'm willing to fucking pay. So if you know a game store that sells that bitch early, I will go to the game store and I will pay. I don't give a fuck. Look, at the end of the day, they're going to shill the Callisto Protocol because they got early access. You have to shill. That is how the game works. You have to shill. You cannot be honest. If you're honest, they will cut you off. Period, end of story. Okay? If Apple gives you early access to the iPhone, you gotta fucking shill it. You would be a dumbass not to. Because they're going to cut you off. Same with any other company. You have to shill it. You are essentially a billboard for their product. And it's a smart strategic method, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Goat Simulator Game of the Year. Goat Simulator was actually pretty good. Goat Simulator was actually pretty good, folks at home. I thought Goat Simulator was actually pretty good. If you want to send over the soap, then do it. Send over the soap. And we will scrub out here just for your entertainment, okay? Send the soap over, though. I'm not going out and buying $10 soap. Kirby was snubbed for the cat game. I'm excited for the Resident Evil 4 remake and Fallen Dynasty. I don't know what you're talking about. The Callisto Protocol devs literally said they were inspired by Dead Space when they announced it. Yeah, but then they went back on their word and said it's not Dead Space. So how is it not like Dead Space when they were literally inspired by Dead? It's from the same guy that did Dead Space. It's from the same guy that did Dead Space, and yet they're saying it's not Dead Space when it's literally from the guy that fucking did Dead Space. I don't know how that makes any fucking sense whatsoever. Goat Sim 3 is a masterpiece. I thought it was actually really well done, and I'm not just saying that because they sent over a review code. I'm just saying that because, you know what, it was actually a lot of fun. It's the game. It knows what it wants to be, and it excels in that department. Is it worth full price? You know, that's obviously up to the eye of the beholder. The Callisto Protocol is made by the original team from Dead Space, and your conclusion has no sense. Just stay in school, dude. Stay in school. I mean, I stayed in school, and I graduated, and I literally do not know what 8 times 16 is. I cannot figure that out for you, okay? So we didn't get too far, but we have the certificate of we graduated, but we didn't get too far. So the American school system is, they want to push you through. It doesn't matter if you actually know what you're doing. They got to push you through, and that's the end of it. What did Goat Sim score? Well, on IGN, they give it a pretty high score. Let's go ahead and look this up. Guys, we're losing daylight out here. It's getting really... holy shit, it's got a low score, 66. I don't think it deserves that. At least a 70-something. I mean, I will be honest, and I haven't played it since, but, you know, I'm too busy being a slave to my my fans and my non-fans. So we don't have time to really do anything outside of... this right here, but Goat Simulator is a 66 on Metacritic here. Goat Simulator is a 66, the lowest of all of these games that are on the screen. I don't know about that. I mean, I would say at least a 70, But, you know, you have these stupid idiots that just say, well, it's trash because it's another Goat Simulator. Now, granted, I haven't played Goat Simulator 2, haven't played the first one, only played the little trial when it was on Xbox Live Arcade back in the day on 360. But I thought Goat Simulator 3 was not too shabby. And it's not a full-price game either, so I'm not sure what they were looking for, but it does more of the same, and it expands on that, and if you're looking for that, then there you go. Who's coming through supporting the show in the face of adversity? Extreme Gamer, you're not even on the screen! Let's get you on the screen, buddy. Well, it's buried here. There we go, Extreme Gamer coming through with the 5. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that. Let's get a W for Extreme Gamer. This guy's a smart, intelligent person, clearly. He's supporting the show. Anyone who supports the show is not a stupid idiot, okay? Anyone that supports the show is not a stupid idiot. They are very smart people. They are very intelligent people, and they help take us to heights that, well, stay tuned. We're out of Mountain Dew. The sun is going down, folks at home. Callisto Protocol graphics are amazing. Faces now really look next-gen Michael. It's official, Goat Sim is hot garbage. 8 times 16 is 126. Okay, well, I don't know how that's relevant. Just wait, it'll be free in 2 weeks. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Ragnarok is a masterpiece. We can play more of Ragnarok, but it isn't going to be enjoyable for me. It's a snooze fest, bro. Let's just admit it, it's a snooze fest, okay? It's the same old shit. But you guys give it bonus points because, you know what? At the end of the day, it's Sony and they can do no wrong. If God of War Ragnarok came out for Game Pass, you guys would be hating on that bitch like no tomorrow, okay? No tomorrow.
Mercenium
Let's get it!
$5 through Super Chat. Elden Ring Game of the Year.
Oh, Lord. Maybe this guy's a stupid idiot. Elden Ring Game of the Year. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Elden Ring Game of the Year? Yeah, okay, dude. Elden Ring Game of the Year? It's a fucking stupid, no, it's not. And I'm not going to explain why, because you guys are going to sit there and say otherwise. I've already played Elden Ring. I put like 45 hours into Elden Ring. Okay, we streamed the fuck out of Elden Ring back when it first came out. And yeah, we had some moments of fun, but it's just a stupid, tedious garbage thing. Where you roam around and fight these bosses. There's no story. There's no fucking story in Elden Ring. Outside of these neckbeards that come up with like these 40-page like essays on like why this boss is in this area and how his mother got fucked in the ass anally and now she can't walk and now the boss is mad.
Emily the Goof donated $5 through Super Chat. Support the stream.
That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate that. Emily the Goof coming through with the 5. Supporting it so we can do better content that may be coming sooner than expected. Hell yeah, bro, appreciate that. Ragnarok Game of the Year. Yeah, that's great. You could spam it all. Go to 4chan with that. Go to View right now and spam that. Ragnarok Game of the Year. You know what they're going to tell you? They're going to tell you to kiss... well, they probably will actually agree and say, yeah, it objectively is. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just wondering why Kirby the Forgotten Land was actually forgotten. It's pretty sad, to be honest, because usually Nintendo is shilled, Nintendo is beloved, but no one is talking about Forgotten Kirby Land. No one's talking about Forgotten Kirby Land. Okay. You only found 20% of the map? Well, it's a snooze fest. Why would I? No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. You obviously have not been watching, bro. Dude, I got to the part. I'm not. That's not true. We have gotten very far in Elden Ring, okay? I can show you my Steam achievements. Okay? I got further than most people. At least when the game came out, we beat the Fox boss, okay? How many people made it to the Fox boss? Probably not too many, not these casual. You know, Elden Ring sold so incredibly well. Let's talk about how many people put it back on the store shelf at GameStop. How many people went in to GameStop shortly after it came out and said, hey, I don't want this anymore, it's trash. All-time high. All-time high.
$2 through Super Chat. High on life, Kitty. Michael, she doesn't love.
She does love me, okay? I'll call her right now. I'm tired of these women being so scared. It's like, look, if you want to get world class in your life, it's time to step up to the plate. Or at least tell your mother I said hi. Charlie Mad coming through nonetheless with the 2, the Lowball Dono. Lowball Lonnie is here, and he's not leaving. Check out Roller Dome. Oh God, you're gonna show that Ubisoft crap? That's terrible, bro. I played that for 2 minutes and turned it off. That's that roller skate crap. Terrible. That's like that Rumbleverse game. Played it for 2 minutes and turned it off. Not worth my time. I don't care if it's free. It's not worth my time. How many hours do you have in Elden Ring? Probably at least 100. Not even kidding. If you were to combine all of it, probably 100. But I know I at least have 45 hours, 50 hours in Elden Ring, okay? 45, 50 hours in Elden Ring, probably on Steam alone. And I can prove that to you, okay? So don't sit there and say that I'm a fake Elden Ring fan when I got achievements in that bitch, okay? I probably made it further than half you guys. No, but Michael, I completed this with 100%. No, I bet you didn't. I bet you didn't. My mother loves you. That's what we're talking about. Hopefully she's hot and hopefully she's single. And ready to mingle. We got Larry Herb in here shilling Xbox. We got literally Major Nelson in here shilling Xbox. Are you fucking serious right now? Free pair of socks when you go to the Xbox store? What the fuck? Bro, they literally paid Larry Herb, Major Nelson to come over here and show Xbox gear. What the fuck would I want to buy Xbox gear when there's no games? Dude, Major Nelson's in here shilling Xbox stuff. What the fuck? I literally just read a comment where it said, oh, clown. Yeah, I'm such a clown. I'm such a clown. Yeah, such a clown, you know. Assassin's Creed killed gaming. You're a real Elden Frank. Left allowed I have 50 hours on pinball. So very sad. Grown men have to invent imaginary girlfriend. I feel sorry for you. You're literally a slave to my content, so I feel sorry for you because you can't look away, okay? You know, you need to hit the fucking gym. You're probably overweight, and if you're not, you still need to hit the fucking gym because you got to maintain that consistency. Otherwise, it fades away. So with that fucking said, hit the fucking gym. You know, you're so lined up with pussy. You know, you're surrounded by pussy. Yeah, okay, come on, dude. Imaginary girlfriend. Well, probably. I mean, all of these women that contact World Class, they're probably all men. That's why I don't respond. Hey, Michael, I love your show. Cool. What do you want me to say? My mom used to be a man. Would that be a problem for you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I beat Elden Ring twice. Callisto Protocol brings nothing new to the table. Finally, someone in here with their thinking cap. Look, I don't want it to fail, and I'm not a hater. I'll buy the fucking game because I think the devs behind it actually have some fucking juice behind their fucking idea, and that's interesting, but it doesn't mean that the game's going to be actually all that fantastic or original for that matter. Nonetheless, it does look like it brings nothing new to the table. Looks like it brings nothing new to the table. I'm tired of these fake gamer girls in here. I'm done with it. You can't just put up one profile picture of a random woman and say, I'm a gamer girl. Ain't nobody gonna fucking believe that. And half of these gamer girls aren't even single, so they come in here and they say, well, you know, Michael, I'm not single, but I'm a gamer girl. Okay, what's that gonna do for World Class? That ain't gonna do much for World Class. You know what I mean? Jeez. We need hot women in here that are single. This is a sausage fest out here, and you know what? It's time to change that. We're going to turn this into a women-only show. Only women are allowed to chat. Only women are allowed to participate. I'm done with the sausage fest in here. I'm done with it. Glenn Schofield is hot. That's what we're talking about. Glenn Schofield is hot. That's why I'm buying the Callisto Protocol. Glenn Schofield is hot. Looks like John Goodman. Jade is a real gamer girl. I don't care. If you believe it, that's fine with you. No, the gamer girls are real. Okay, they're real. I'm not. I know one real gamer girl, but I'm not gonna go down that road. Okay, I'm not gonna go down that road. Okay, the gamer girls do exist. Okay, but I'm not gonna go down that road. We're not doing it. If he puts on a wig and dresses up like, can he be a gamer girl? If it's convincing enough, absolutely. I thought you liked sausage. Well, it depends on the sausage. Not every flavor is the best flavor, okay? My mother says, hey. Well, we're so glad your son is watching this show, and we're so glad your son is being a productive member of society. You've raised a great kid. Truly unbelievable. Holy shit, who's coming through the pipeline?
Beaver 1999 donated £1.79 through Super Chat. I have a big sausage mackle dog, great energy tonight.
Well, if you put the wig on and you have a convincing dress, that's really all, you know, if you can fool the brain of world class, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. You know what I mean? That's what we're talking about. Beaver 1999 coming through with a lowball Lonnie. Imagine going to a garage. I just can't. I can't. It's so good.
McLovin donated €5.09 through Super Chat. Great content as always. Mackle and fanboys need to get over.
That's what we're talking about. McLovin's coming in here from Superbad, bro. There's no way. The Virgins unite. The Virgins unite. McLovin coming through with the $6 Super Chat. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that. McLovin coming through with the $6 Super Chat. That's what we're talking about. McLovin in the house. The Virgins unite. There's no way. Bro, I went to see Superbad at the theater back in 2007 because the motherfuckers overhyped that movie. It's good, but my God, they were acting like that was the next big fucking movie. I mean, it was a massive movie back in the day. Superbad, and it's good, but is it that good? I mean, they were, I remember, they were hyping that bitch up to the moon and back. The theater was full. You know, World Class was hanging out with the jocks back then, and there was women surrounded. I mean, it was just crazy. It was a crazy, totally different experience than now. Now we're all alone. It's over. High school is the best time of your life, okay? So make sure you enjoy it while it lasts. Anyone saying otherwise is not, they're not thinking. Superbad was great, 148 likes. Let's go, let's go. We're in the final moments of the show here because we are losing daylight, and as such, the temperature is dropping, as you can see from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer nose here. So let's read some more comments here before we wrap this one up. Evil West, we're going to try out Evil West tonight, okay? So the support here today is going to go towards that, Evil West, because they didn't send me a review code for Evil West. I requested one 4 days ago and didn't get one. So we have to buy the games. And that's where your support comes in. Because they don't send World Class. Now, they sent me Goat Simulator, which I was really surprised. Really surprised on that one. But we got Goat Simulator that helped out. But we have to buy Evil West, and we're probably going to play it for about 20 minutes, if that. Unless it blows me away, which it very well could. We'll see. Maybe we will be pleasantly surprised, and I hope that I am. Hope that I am pleasantly surprised. It's a snooze. Any stream tonight? Yeah, we're going to be playing Evil West. I just said that. Maybe this chat hasn't caught up yet. That's what we plan on doing, Evil West tonight. It might be a total snooze fest, but you know, look, if you were here for this one, hopefully it was good enough for your entertainment needs. Michael doesn't have a shirt on underneath. Well, I mean, that's not true. But you're going to have to go on OnlyFans to see that. Evil dies tonight, folks. Don't waste your money on Evil West. It looks like a total... Well, I don't know what to tell you. Either we cover the latest and greatest or we don't. We sit around and cover games that no one cares about. We got to get some energy into the show, and that's how you do it. Nick coming through again. Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate it.
$Canadian through Super Chat. Evil West, bye-bye. Surely better than LDE.
Well, I mean, anything is better than that. I mean, at least Evil West has the slick presentation, a lot of motion blur, you know, a lot of motion blur. Michael, I'm literally wearing shorts. It's probably getting down to the freezing temperature, or near that, it feels anyway. It's probably 30-something degrees out here. Fahrenheit, not Celsius. I don't do Celsius. I don't know why so many people in here do Celsius. It's like, I've never heard of that before until you know, these UK callers called in. It's like, oh, mate, it's 70 degrees Celsius. It's cloudy and raining. And it's like, what does that even mean? Now I got to start playing conversion. It's like, we're in America, folks, okay?
Mike Hamlin donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Interested in Evil West? I'll check it out tonight.
Yeah, definitely check it out if you're interested in it. And if you want to stop by the stream, we will probably take a look at it for at least 5-10 minutes or some shit like that. Maybe longer, hopefully longer. We play God of War for at least a few hours. Mike Hamilton coming through. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that with a $5 super chat. What are we doing tonight? I literally just said you're not listening. You're trying to be combative for the sake of being combative. Okay? Hey, Michael, I want to argue. Why don't you just communicate that way? I want to argue, because that's really what you want to do. I will accept that. If you want to sit out here and argue, that's fine with me. Just tell me beforehand. It's not that hard. Evil West will top the charts. Well, that's because there's nothing to play. God of War is already old news. It's 2 weeks old. God of War is already 2 weeks old, folks. Get a pair of Xbox socks. Oh, God. We got literally Major Nelson in here. Look at that. Larry, that's fucking Major Nelson, bro. We literally have Major Nelson in here shilling. Well, the feet are actually kind of frozen right now, so, we might need the... Hey, Major Nelson, send me an email, and I'll shill the Xbox socks if you send them over for free, okay? Send over a little Christmas gift so we can show the folks at home how comfortable those are. You can still farm in Red Dead Redemption 2 at Beecher's Hope Man. I don't recall. But I don't know if I believe that, because I tried doing it and it wouldn't let me, not to the same extent as that one mission where you pick up the hay bales and move the hay bales and milk the cows. The farming, even if you can still do the farming, you probably can't do it to that same extent like that mission. So I want to go all out with the farming. And you could only do it in that mission, unless I can't remember which, you could be true on that. How has the audio been, folks? Probably only by Evil West, because there's literally nothing else to play and it doesn't look half bad. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's coming out at this time here. Where's Jamie? I don't know who Jamie is, bro. I don't know who Jamie... If you know what Jamie, and she's hot, okay, and she's like 35 years old and ready to mingle, let's go. Call Jamie and tell Jamie that World Class is ready to mingle, okay? And, we can bring her out here and she'll freeze her ass off while I freeze my ass off out here, and we'll just be homeless together. It's going to be fantastic. So, look, if you know a Jamie that's single and she's hot and 35 above, then let's make it happen, okay? I need a woman with experience. Audio is good. We need a farming simulator. That's not what I was asking for, but I appreciated the farming aspects at the epilogue in Red Dead Redemption 2. Ass Creed Odyssey got nominated for Game of the Year back in 2018. Must be for a good reason. Well, I think I reviewed that game on the channel here, but I don't remember. One of the Ass Creed games we talked about, it was pretty terrible. It might have been that one. Jamie is a dude. I don't know who Jamie is, okay? I don't know who Jamie is. You guys with these men, okay? Why don't you just admit it? Y'all are gay in here. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll come out and say it too, okay? But let's come out together, because it's more fun that way. You can't hide your sexuality. Building the house, that was a terrible segment. That song is cringe. Round and round about me, nobody muddy. Building this house in Red Dead 2 is funny. Trash. Garbage. The first game is so much better. Holy shit. It's just, it's like a 40-hour game that never ends. How dare you? That song was so cool. Yeah, it was cool for like 5 minutes, then it got boring. Then it got overplayed by a bunch of Red Dead 2 fanboys that are like, oh my God. Like, the first game is literally better. We literally have Major Nelson still shilling this shit in here, dude. The fuck? Grab a pair. Get a free pair of Xbox socks when you buy any sale item on Xbox Gear Shop. I mean, the desperation of the Xbox brand to come in here and shill that is just so fucking sad. For 245 people, they can't even support my show. You think they could buy socks on the Xbox Gear Shop? Hell no. Those are like 35 bucks. We can't afford them either at this point. Can barely afford the Evil West. Fuck Volition. Well, I don't think they exist anymore. I'm straight. Well, I'm straight as well. Red Dead Redemption 1 shits on Red Dead 2, at least in the gameplay department. And the story, I would say, is better too. Michael does contrarian. Well, you can take that back to V. I don't do contrarian over here. If you think I'm playing contrarian, you can kiss my foot. Michael, how do you do life? Well, I come on here and we present pixel. We produce pixels for your eyeballs. Okay, and that's all that can be said. Xbox got more sock colors than games. Well, that's probably true. I mean, it's Microsoft. They got to sell you everything under the sun. Exposing his viewers so incredibly sad. I don't know what that means. I'm not exposing anyone. I'm reading comments from the chat. Then they complain about how I don't interact with my community, and it's like I'm literally looking at the chat right now. This is literally the talking chat segment. Guys, we're at low battery. I didn't even look at the low battery. That's okay. It's perfect timing. 10% on the battery. We're going to have to wrap this up here. I think we're lagging. Probably lagging. No, we're not. But nonetheless, we're going to have to wrap this up. We do appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. And we're going to check out Evil West tonight, okay? I don't know if it's playable right now, but when it is playable, we are going to play Evil West, okay? And it's probably going to be a snooze fest. We're probably not going to play it for long, but I don't care. We're still going to check it out nonetheless because you know what? We got to see on whether or not the folks at home should buy it. Hey there, mister. I love my beautiful gamer girlfriend. I don't think you have a girlfriend, do you? You guys are full of it. All of these men in here have women. Yeah, okay. There's no way, bro. There's absolutely no way. How much you gonna pay? That's my answer to that question. How much you gonna pay? Bro, play Need for Speed Unbound next. It doesn't come out until later this month. But we are going to be covering it. I think it actually comes out this month if you're on EA Play or something like that. Maybe not. I don't know. We're going to be covering Need for Speed Unbound. We're going to be covering Need for Speed Unbound. I love EA. They're great people. Literally great people over at EA. I talk to the nicest people in the entire gaming industry at EA, Electronic Arts. Just incredible people. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Not exaggerating it. Literally great people all across the board. I talked to the Need for Speed guys. They were talking about Payback then. Talked to the FIFA guy, just a chill fucking dude. I talked to the Madden creative director. He was down for an interview, no fucking problem. Talked to executive EA people, incredible people. Talked to the Battlefield people, literally incredible people. Just the nicest fucking people. So I will support the products.
I thought you said you were gay, not straight.
Well, it really depends on the day. Really depends on the day. I've already answered that question, okay? Turn TTS, Michael. It's literally on, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. It's literally on, bro. I have 31... Can't wait for Need for Speed Unbound. You guys don't have... You guys... No. I don't believe it. TTS is literally on, bro. Text-to-speech is literally on. I don't know what you're smoking, but it is obviously very strong. EA is actually a good company. Yes, there's great people behind it. Great people behind it. I have a limited edition Star Wars Battlefront poster. Okay, there was only 300 made. They said, here you go. And I said, you know what? I'm buying all the products. They won me over. Great customer service. Just, they rolled the red carpet out for world class, unlike anything I've ever seen before. They never said no. They never said no. They got me so close to these supercars that are like $250,000, and I'm like, fuck me in the ass. This is a great game, great experience. I can record the gameplay. Just incredible people. You think I'm joking, but I'm not. Just incredible people. I'm not kidding. No questions asked. You know what? You want to talk about this game? Let's do it. You know, I'm not kidding. Just great people. Great people. Why are shows like Young Yeah so successful? Because they tell people what they want to hear. And we should have done that 10, 15 years ago. You know what I mean? You can remove bumpers now in Need for Speed Unbound. Well, that's actually interesting. That's actually interesting. Evil West is going to win Game of the Year. We're going to have to see later tonight. I've already answered your question. I'm not going to read your question out loud. It depends on how much you're going to pay. Okay? Get the wallet ready. If you're not ready to make that happen, you can kiss my foot. EA Sports. It's in the game. Fallen Order is a good game. EA has done good. I've never played it. I mean, I played it, but I'll tell you what, folks at home. I've already answered your question. If you're going to spout that off again, we're going to get you out of here. I'm tired of it. Stupid idiot. How much attention do you want? The guy says yes. It's just never enough attention. You gotta have it 24/7. Oh, exactly. EA sponsorships? Wow. I mean, all it takes is a phone call, you know? They call me up and I'd say, absolutely. Pretty good impression. Well, it could have been better if they, Criterion Games, absolutely. UFC 4 is complete trash. That's okay. It's on Game Pass, right? It's on Game Pass. It doesn't matter. It's on EA Play Game Pass. SSX Tricky, best EA game. That's a great take. That's a great take, folks at home. Free pair of Xbox sucks. Bro, this guy... I'm done. The Order 1886 is so good. That's a fucking movie game. That is literally the most movie game that they've ever produced. That's the most movie game that they have ever produced, folks. I've already answered your question. You should know the answer. EA made Need for Speed great again. Guys, a few more comments here. We're going to have to wrap this up. The battery is literally dying, okay? Someone got timed out. Just saw it happen in real time out here. Literally a movie game. You know, one of the most disappointing things about Cyberpunk 2077 is when you go to the lips icon and you do that, it's the same animation over and over and over again. You know, that was the first thing I did in Cyberpunk 2077. The first thing I did in Cyberpunk 2077, they said you could have sex in that game, and I said, you know what? I have to see how this plays out. So excited to see that segment. I saw the segment, and it's the same fucking cutscene every time. You've got to be shitting me. Not even different angles. They were so lazy they couldn't even compute different fucking camera angles. Nothing dynamic. It's the same bullshit over and over and over again. Trash game, lazy engineers, fucking trash. It's not that hard to do different camera angles. If it's a pre-rendered fucking scene and there's nothing else happening behind it, you can do it, okay? It's ridiculous. Jerry Lawler doesn't think. It doesn't matter what Jerry Lawler thinks. Doesn't matter what Jerry Lawler thinks, okay? You think Jerry Lawler intimidated World Class? You know, I put Jerry Lawler in his fucking place. He didn't give me the time of day. He didn't give World Class the time of day. Oh, I can't do interviews, but I got interviews up on YouTube with a bunch of hobos. Okay, another fucking blatant lie from Jerry Lawler. Oh, you know, Jerry Lawler, I can't do an interview for you because you know what? You don't fit the criteria. I don't want to be around you because you look ugly. Okay, that's fucking bullying. That's all that bullshit is. Fucking shit. So you know what? I gave him a taste of his own fucking medicine. You want to go all in, Jerry Lawler? You want this to be a work? Let's go. I outworked the fucking worker. I outworked Jerry Lawler. He couldn't figure it out. Whatever. Senile. Unreal.
NJJX donated $2 through Super Chat. Evil West looks like a trash Xbox 360 game.
Yeah, well, we're going to play it tonight. We're going to waste $60 on that shit. Yeah, these Jerry Lawler fanboys. I mean, these marks, I'm not going to get into the wrestling talk because a lot of people in here just don't really, you know, it's just one of those things, but I thought it was a very successful video. Let's just put it that way. I mean, if anything, it made Jerry Lawler look like a fucking piece of gold. Why would Jerry Lawler hate me for that? In fact, I boosted Jerry Lawler. You know, I gave Jerry Lawler the fucking pedestal without even trying, really. So if anything, that's why the video's still up, because why would I hate Jerry Lawler? We didn't see eye to eye, that's okay, but you know, look. We can settle our differences in the squared circle if it comes down to it. Wrestle me. Alrighty, folks, we are officially out of here. Oh my God, the lighting is terrible. Holy shit, we gotta... We got to end the show. I don't know what's going on, but the lighting is absolutely terrible, folks. All right, we're going to end the show here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along. We're going to end the show here. We're going to be back later tonight with Evil West launch stream, okay? So hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Make sure you turn on all the notifications. Subscribe right now and turn on all the notifications. That way you get notified when World Class goes live tonight with Evil West, okay? So stay tuned for that. Evil West tonight. We're going to be playing Evil West. Not going to be playing it for long because these games are terrible. Nonetheless, we're going to play it, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. To jump in, see what it's all about, and then probably move on or continue playing it. Who knows? We might be pleasantly surprised. The scores are all across the board. 76 for Evil West, okay? That's not too shabby. And, you know, maybe it's a lot better than that. Maybe it's a lot worse. We'll find out later tonight, Evil West. So stay tuned for that. Nonetheless, appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. Okay? Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. And we will see you later. It's over. Hey there, mister. Who let the simpleton out of the asylum?